Remarkably well, Paul. Remarkably well for a man who couldn't write if he had a little headache or didn't have a cigarette. We'll have to come to Annie's house every year to write. Mysery. 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 Mysery's return will be available in a special limited edition found in the author's skin. Tea? Tea? No N and now no T? T, the second most common letter in the English language. I am going to complain to the manager. I am not just going to ask for a new typewriter, I am going to demand one.
I don't see you working very hard.
No. They're not asked. Better not to provoke. And is not swayed by pleas or screams. She has the courage of her convictions. What? Great, damn you! I'll finish anyway. I'll write it out longhand if I have to. I'll write it on the back of my fucking hand if I have to, because that's what I do. I go through the hole in the paper and I fly like a big dead bird all the way to Africa. Go to her, I say. Glory pulled backward with fury and strength, and Hezekiah moaned fearfully. No, boss, don't make them be crazy. Glory's dress shirt, now torn in a dozen places, began to come apart as Hezekiah tried to restrain him. Do you want to show your love by killing her, boss? Hezekiah hissed. Glory ceased to fight, and instead looked again on a dreadful sight. Mysery had been tied to a post in the clearing, her slender arms and legs brutally spread-eagled and bound by jungle lines to two thick wooden stakes. She wore not a stitch of clothing, yet Rory thought even the most prudish churchgoer could not have faulted her for indecency. Mysery was far from naked. She was dressed in beads.
Oh, you have to stop, Paul.
Mysery seemed always to be wearing some strange nun pattern. Strange because it moved and undulated constantly across the swell of her breasts and hips. Now, literally thousands of beads covered Mysery in a thick and moving blanket. Hezekiah whispered, as long as the drums beat, the bees will sleep and she will live. But what if the drums stop? Rory asked. And just then, the drums did.
How did she escape? She has to escape.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Well, I can't wait. I have to know what happened. Tell me the end.
I can't do that. If I did that, you wouldn't respect me in the morning. Just have to wait.
I don't want to wait. Well, tell me if Baron Heisig betrays Mysery. That's something I really want to know. You're making me very angry. You know that, don't you?
Do you remember that story you told me about the little kid who got mad at his mother and said, Mommy, you're mean. Isn't that what you're doing right now? Paul, you're mean.
Oh, boy. Gosh, if you make me much madder, I won't be responsible. I could make you tell.
If I give you what you want, you won't want it anymore.
You know what I think? I think you're never going to finish. I think you're willfully slowing down so you won't ever finish.
What's the me to write the book or fill out your questionnaire?
Don't take that sarcastic tone with me.
You can't cut anything else off of me. I'll die. And it won't die from the shock of amputation either. I'll die on purpose. I'm sorry, Annie, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to put my foot down this time.
Oh, Paul. I was so sure you were going to die after your operation. I mean, I was so sure. You were barely breathing. Oh, I had to put the glucose strips back in your arms and change the dressings on your weepy stuff. Oh, I won't get a medal for what I've done, but Lord knows I deserve one.
Not going to change my mind, you know.
Why would I ever try to change your mind about anything? Mr. Smart Guy like you who thinks for a living. All I ever did was pull you out of your wrecked car before you could freeze to death. And split your broken legs. And give you medicine and take care of you. And talk you into writing the best book you've ever written. Oh, and that's crazy to take me to the asylum.
You also cut off my fucking foot.
Don't you ever use that F word with me. I was raised better even if you weren't. You're lucky I didn't cut off your man gland. I thought about it.
No, I know.
Tell me what happened. Did you tell me now?
Very, very soon. Just a couple more chapters.
One more chapter.
Right. One more chapter. Tomorrow you'll find out everything.
You poor thing. This is where you belong, you know. Yes, it is. Everyone else has forgotten about you. Oh, there were a few things in the newspaper, but tucked away where no one reads things. And that silly young cop came around and asked me if I'd seen anything.
Someone came around?
Only at the beginning. You were still unconscious. But what's happened since? Nothing. All your so-called friends have forgotten about you.
No, they haven't.
Yes, they have. Just like everybody knew about Denver, but they've all forgotten and don't bother anymore. People don't care, you see. Oh, they might say they do and kick up an almighty humbuggy fuss at the beginning, but pretty soon they forget.
Somebody is still looking for me.
Who, Paul? Certainly not the police. They have pressing matters besides a drunk driver. Certainly not your fancy New York agent. She hasn't arranged for any special search parties. I haven't heard any helicopters coming to the woods looking for you. There isn't anybody else, is there? You don't have any friends. You're just like me.
I'm nothing like you.
We're no good with other people.
Speak for yourself.
I'm speaking for both of us, Paul. I read the book jackets. 2 marriages and 2 failures. And then you tried to write that great novel so everyone would admire you. But you failed at that, too. The fact is, you failed at just about everything. All except Mysery. Now listen, I've got your Dom Perignon for you for when you finish, like you always have. Chucky Yoder, it was $75, but he said that it's the best champagne in the world.
Well, Chucky sure knows his champagne. Annie, one more thing I'd like you to do for me.
What?
Cigarettes in my bag.
Paul, you know those things are no good for you. They give you cancer.
You really think that cancer is something I need to worry about right now? Come on, you know what happens when I write the end, don't you? Annie, come on, just one cigarette for the end. Come on, Annie, be a sport.
All right. But before the champagne, I'm not drinking a $75 bottle of fizzy beer in a room full of poison.
All right, just set it on the table for me and I'll smoke it tonight.
to be a great ending, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's going to be hot stuff.
You know I love you, right? You know that? Oh, I love you. I don't feel real. I don't feel real. I don't feel real!
Because you know what I just typed in?
All I know is you're not working and you promised...
2 words.
The egg? The egg? Oh!
No thinking.
Oh, you get a whole row of gold stores. Oh, you know what I got? Not only did I get you champagne, but I got you caviar. A big gooey pile of caviar. Wait here.
It's time for your story.
Just a minute. Oh, hang on.
Oh, hey, this is just the best thing I've ever written. I have to say, it's not just good, it's great. Too bad you'll never read it.
No!
Is he dead? Hezekiah inquired in a trembling voice as Rory carried Mysery's limp body onto the bunk of the captain's cabin. After all this, could God really be cruel enough to let Mysery die? Once he would have denied such a possibility, but in the dark continent of Africa, he had discovered that there was not just one God, but many, and some were more than cruel. They were insane. If his Mysery were truly dead, as he'd come to fear, he intended to go up to the foredeck and throw himself over the rail. Those wretched thoughts were suddenly interrupted by a harsh gasp from Hezekiah. "Mr. Boss Rory! Mr. Boss Rory, look at her eyes! Look at her eyes!" Mysery's eyes, a gorgeously delicate shade of cornflower blue, had fluttered open. For a moment, Rory Rory saw only puzzlement in those eyes, and then recognition dawned, and then love, and he felt gladness roar through his soul.
Thank you for this, and thank you for all your cards and letters while I was in the hospital. And thank you to Doctors Hospital in Queens for my new plastic foot. And all the stories that you've been hearing recently about my addiction to painkillers. Don't believe all of them. They're not all true. With the sales of Mysery's return, well, looks like I may never have to write again. And I may not. But if I ever do, I have a great idea for a non-fiction book.